Did you know that 25 million people in the United States are affected by this condition? Do you think you or your child have this condition? I'm Dr. Olga Dolghier, board-certified pediatric dentist, and let's talk about this condition. What is it? It's a sleep apnea. Well, how do I know if I have this condition? So the common presentations are: number one, difficulties falling asleep or staying asleep. Number two, loud snoring 3 more times at night. Number three, different and odd sleeping positions. Number four, tossing and turning during sleep. Number five, frequent waking up and feeling shortness of breath. Number six, also you can have headache after you wake up. Also feel tired, exhausted during the day. Easy to fall asleep doing your daily tasks. Bedwetting in children, attention deficit disorder. All of this part of this big problem, sleep apnea. So what is sleep apnea? Sleep apnea is upper airway restriction for different reasons. Number one, you may have allergies. Your child or you can have enlarged tonsils and adenoids. Number three, large tongue, possibly tongue tie and lip tie. Also, it can be deficiency of your upper jaw or deficiency of your lower jaw. So all of this can be part of this big puzzle, obstructive sleep apnea. Obstructive sleep apnea is so common and contributes so many different factors that if your child have any of the symptoms I mentioned, if they don't do well at school, if your teacher telling you that they're trying to fall asleep or falling asleep during the class, or they're hyperactive, they're just restless, they're jumping up and down, they cannot sit down, you think they have ADHD, pay attention to their sleep. See what they do while they're sleeping. If they're snoring, tossing and turning, you might have an answer for their ADHD as well. Bedwetting. If your child just still has to have those pull-ups after a certain age, you might be concerned as well. For kids, it's so common to have bedwetting if they have sleep apnea. So this is extremely important. What do we do to treat the sleep apnea? Number one, me as a pediatric dentist, I can estimate and look at your child and see, okay, they have big tonsils, but it's not my specialty. My job is to refer you to a right provider. So I may send your child to pediatrician or ENT to have their tonsils and adenoids evaluated. Or I may send your child to an allergist if you see obvious signs of allergies. On my side, what can I do? If your tonsils and adenoids are treated, if your allergies are treated, then I can look at skeletal structures. Sometimes as young as 7 or 8, we have to do maxillary palatal expansion to increase your nasal passages, because think about it, the roof of your mouth is the floor of your nose. So we can make the passages wider, technically. So if your child has narrow palate, high palate, it could be contributory to sleep apnea. But we don't know what comes first. Is it adenoids come first? Is it tongue positioning? Or they were born with a narrow palate to begin with? So we need to figure it out, the puzzle. The whole teamwork with different providers, different specialties, that's what means good, thorough care of your child, for your child, to improve their sleep and then get great results, have good grades, and make sure your child is successful and healthy for life, because sleep apnea long-term actually predispose an adult to cardiac problems. Some people develop different type of arrhythmias or even coronary artery disease. Is part of the puzzle. So pay attention to your child. Share with me if your child snores, how loud do they do that? I want to know. Share with me below and let me know if you like these videos. Thank you so much for watching.